Last week in Mexico City, Ray Kingsbury had his worst race this season after crashing early on. His first finish off the podium this season, unbelievably. Kevin Fanning took full advantage, beating Romain Mertz on strategy to chip away at Kingsbury's points lead. In the AM class, Scott Lindgren completed the family trifecta with his first win this season after Raymond Rodriguez clashed with Ray on the start, dropping him down the order. We finished the season and crowned champions tonight. Do the challengers overhaul the leaders? We'll find out together tonight. SimCAR from Sebring is next. Our venue this week is Sebring Raceway. Opened in 1959, this 3.74-mile circuit is built on Hendricks Airfield, a former U.S. Air Force base, which resulted in some of the bumpiest bits of tarmac in all of motor racing. Commitment and bravery are required by default here, especially in the final corner of Sunset Bend and the first turn. Fast, blind corners where the walls are eager to claim you as their victim. The format for the SimCAR Grand-Am Series is as follows. We are finishing open practice now, which leads us into a 15-minute qualifying session to set the grid for our 60-minute race tonight. The 15th season of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series concludes tonight live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Bryan Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to Sebring, Florida. The SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN is brought to you by Penguin RC Simulation. Trusted by racers for their unbeatable support, rock-solid product guarantees, and high-performance sim gear. When you want equipment you can rely on lap after lap, Penguin RC Simulation delivers every time and is proud to present the Penguin RC Simulation Drivers' Championship. By Too Fast Racing, a massive sim community built on the high-octane world of Beam NG drag racing, now taking on iRacing with over 14,000 members. For the drag strip to the curves here at SimCAR, Too Fast Racing is where speed lives. By Lambert Designs, the official graphics partner for SimCAR. From promotional materials to custom paint liveries, Lambert Designs has it all. For more information, join the SimCAR Discord and contact Brandon Lambert. And finally, by Mr. Patches, makers of custom patches that let you wear your racing pride. And this season, they're putting $50 on the line for each class's winning team. From the track to your jacket, Mr. Patches has you covered as the presenting sponsor for the team's championship. Mr. Sawyer, welcome in. Season finale tonight. Both Rays still hold the points leads. We were talking about it earlier on. Will we see them overturned, or what are we thinking about the final race tonight in Sebring? And Bryan's muted. I aced the intro. Phenomenal. And I can't hear Bryan. Where are you, Bryan? Where are you? Well, I guess we're, just gonna hang out after my perfect intro, and I got nothing.
Where are you?
Hi, Bryan.
And
I asked you a question.
Sorry, I broke everything. Anyway, I love Sebring a lot more than I did at the beginning of the week. I spent most of this week driving it with Ray, having a great time, absolutely looping it all over the course. It's fairly easy to do here. The bumps are a little scary, but a lot of fun. And looking forward to a good race. Last time we were out here, we had a lot of rain, and that made things interesting. Looking to see how it races in the dry now.
As looks like we'll have 16 cars getting set for the 10th and final round of the 2026A SimCAR Grand-Am Series here in Sebring, Florida. As we roll to qualifying, Bryan, take us through the championships as we enter the finale.
Absolutely. Let's start with the AM class. Drop week is applied. So looking at Ray Rodriguez in AM class, leading at 264 points to 242 for Tucker Lindgren. Not 17 points. 22 points separate these two. So gonna be quite. Tucker Lindgren's gonna need quite a feat. I'm not sure what will happen with drops. So after tonight, but I think that's pretty. It's gonna be pretty hard to top that. After that, we got Tucker Lindgren, 221 points, Karsten Quint, Brian Sohn, Marwan Mafta, Clinton Funk, Josh Sussy, Dan Coletta, and Josh Stoltz are the top 10 in AM. Over in Pro, Ray Kingsbury 279 to Kevin Fanning's 262. That one's going to be a little easier to take, but still pretty hard. 17 points is a big gap. Raymond Rodriguez in P3. I think he's that P3 is going to be easier to take. Cody Cosgrove pretty close. Is he here tonight, Josh?
I believe so. Yes, he is.
I see Cody Cosgrove. So battle for P3, final step on the podium, is going to be a thing tonight in GT3 overall. Tucker Lindgren, P5. Karsten Quint, Scott Lindgren, Dex Lindgren, Christian Youngwall, and Matt Kingsbury are the top 10 there.
As just really quickly, looking unofficially at how the championship, like the points go, 8th place gives you 17 points. That was the gap. So technically speaking, Ray would have to finish 9th. Kevin would have to win the race. Because if Ray finishes 8th, he gets the tiebreaker with those 5 wins this season. It's been phenomenal for the inaugural champion.
I'll be right back, Josh.
You broke something, Bryan, but it's all okay. We are here in qualifying. We're looking right now at Kevin Fanning, car 911. Down the back straightaway, heading towards Sunset Bend here at the Sebring Raceway, utilizing one of the airfields, the airstrips under the bridge. Beautiful corner, terrifying corner, so many bumps, so hard to get the apex, and going out drivers left to start a lap for the man who is second in this Drivers' Championship, Kevin Fanning in the 911. Down to turn 1. At the apex, 102 miles an hour. Spot the exit, respect the bumps, respect the curbs. Down to turn, technically, number 3. The left, the right. Float your way through, over the bumps, over the curbs. Turn 5. Respect this corner as well. You can go off, dip a tire into the dirt, won't end well. Turn 6, big bend under the bridge. Down to turn 7. We've seen so many overtakes take place here, whether in the virtual world or the real world. Down to turn 7. It's a tight hairpin with a quick switch back to the left. We will see contact here throughout the night through the left of 7 and through the 8 and 9. Technically, I'd call it a little chicane of Fangio down this curved straightaway and down to turn number 10. Another good overtaking opportunity on the backside of this Sebring Raceway. Turn 11, Collier Corner, tricky one because of how the bumps are, because of how the curbs are. Turn 12, turn 13, Tower Corner, hard 90-degree right-hand corner. We've also seen contact here, and then it's essentially a flat-out blast through turn 14, Bishop Bend. This one's another interesting one. There's curbs on the driver's left, obviously. You want to clobber those, you think you do, but if you do, it'll upset the car. Through 15, the right, through 16. You can go off through track limit, through Lamar Corner, setting yourself up for the Ullman Straight on the backside, the back straightaway here at Sebring, heading back down to Sunset Bend. We will take a look at Fanning's first lap time. He was the first car to get on track, and he'll be the first car to set a lap, to set the benchmark, with Cody Cosgrove right behind him. 92 miles an hour on corner exit under the Michelin Bridge and across the start-finish line here in Florida for Fanning, 2-minute 1.240. That's the benchmark. Cody Cosgrove next across the line, 2-minute 1.6. Cash Woolsey, remember the shenanigans in Monza? He's hit the wall. The lap won't count for the 121. Josh Sussey in the 13 will be next up in the Porsche, crossing the line to begin his first lap. And now back to Ray Kingsbury, inaugural champion, 3-time series champion of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series, looking for his 4th. It's looking really good for the man from Connecticut, but he has to close it out tonight. Has won 5 out of the 9 contested races in the Mercedes-Benz. Phenomenal season for him. And can he close it out with another victory today? Interestingly, only 1 pole position so far this season. 2-minute 2.403. He's looking for 0.2 of a second on Fanning. Bryan Song, 2-minute 3.0. P4 for him. Scott Lindgren went last week's winner, 2-minute 3.1. Karsten Quint, winner from Montreal, 2-minute 3.0. He goes P5. Tucker Lindgren, P4 at a 2.6. Daniel Coletta, 2.5. He goes to 4th. Clinton Funk crossing the line now in the 122, 2-minute 5.231. He goes to 9th. Marwan Moftah, the reigning AM champion, will not carry that championship plate next season. Crossing the line, his first lap does not count, and we take a look at Arif Aziz in the 2:12 across the line, 2-minute 4.0. The AM class points leader Raymond Rodriguez crosses the line, 2-minute 3.626 for the Puerto Rican, ninth quick for him, and Melanie Prio in the 12, making her debut. I have not noticed this name on the roster all season. The first lap does not count for the 12. Fanning will come back around, and let's see if he will improve on that 2-minute 1.2. Across the line in the McLaren for Silverback Racing, 2-minute 0.525. He has improved by an impressive margin. As Cosgrove crosses the line, the second lap doesn't count for him, but he's 1.1 seconds is Fanning up on Cosgrove. Woolsey and Sussy racing in qualifying. Both of these guys have yet to set a lap. Sussy into the wall. Let's go back to the championship leader, Ray Kingsbury, in the 25. Let's ride on board the Mercedes-Benz heading to Sunset Bend to watch the undulation and the porpoising in this corner. Car will complain 156 miles an hour before he taps the brakes. Respect the walls, rounding the right under the bridge. Find your spot. Wheel spin for the 25. He saves it off the corner and down to the start-finish line. Can the championship leader overturn him? 2-minute 1.371. It's P2, but he's still looking for 8.5 tenths of a second on Fanning. Scott Lindgren goes to P4 at a 2-minute 2.3. He improves. Tucker Lindgren to P3. Karsten Quint to P5. Daniel Coletta, Bryan Sawn having a little bit of a race in qualifying. Clinton Funk, 2-minute 4.1. He improves his time, not his position. Moftah, will he set a lap time? 2-minute 1.7. He goes to P6. Raymond Rodriguez, P10 for the AM class championship leader. I could keep going, Brian, unless you're back.
I am back. I've been back for quite a while, ever since you saw me start changing cameras again. You might have noticed the screen went dark for a second. I had to go expel the dog from the room. She pulled an HDMI cable out of the server.
Oh no! Listen,
and,
that makes us both have an incident with one of our fur babies. As I think it was a SimCAR race where my cat decided to turn my computer off in the middle of the race.
Yes, it was. Yeah, no, I got a server rack next to both
Kevin Fanning
to connect them to
improves
together.
Again. 2-minute 0.2. But now we're back. What are we thinking about qualifying about halfway through here?
Oh, it's been pretty eventful. Everybody's nice and spaced out. Makes it easy for me to switch to cameras for everybody. Saw a couple people racing, which is good. Kevin Fanning, real quick, 2 minutes is very hard to hit. Fastest I ever got was a 2:03. It was a low 2:03, so I'd be sitting around P11 right now. Anything faster than that's pretty quick. A little looking at Raymond Rodriguez's pace, I know he can improve. I've seen him drop below 2:01s. I've seen a 2-minute 0.6 out of him before. So we're going to see if he can drop anything a little faster than what he has so far.
According to the internal SimCAR points, that's without the drop week factored in. He's 21 points up on Tucker Lindgren, but we'll just have to see how points are going unofficially. I mean, it's easy, right? If Kingsbury and Rodriguez, if the Rays finish ahead of their championship rivals, it's easy. But if there's some issues later on, we could see some points shakeups. As welcome in everybody hanging with us on ASN Live. And Raymond Rodriguez off of the final corner. P10 right now. Will he improve for the Puerto Rican? 2-minute 2.343. He improves his time, not his position. Currently 5th in class at the moment. 6th. I know how to read. Off the road he goes on lap 4. Cody Cosgrove is going into Sunset Bend right now in the 9. Kevin Fanning crosses. 2-minute 0.0. He's improved again. He knows, Brian, that he has to make something happen tonight.
That's an insane time.
Cosgrove's 4th lap does not count.
Almost a full second faster than Ray.
Is it going to be Motegi all over again in Japan when Fanning was in his own postcode? We will have to wait and see. As Arif Aziz loops it in the 212. And where is he at? Was that entering the backstretch? I believe it was. Here's what we're going to do for this last lap in qualifying. Let's ride on board Ray Kingsbury. Bryan, figure out a way to crank up this volume and listen to this wonderful Mercedes engine in Sebring. Kevin Fanning has given up his last qualifying lap. He cannot respond to Ray Kingsbury. One car crashing in the back, and it's Bryan Sohn in the 0-3 down the Ullman Straight to Sunset Bend. He was on a predicted lap time of 1:57 midway through this lap, and Kingsbury off of the final corner. Is he giving it up? No, he's not. Over the bumps, under the bridge. Can the championship leader at least start on the front row across the line? And the fifth lap doesn't count for Kingsbury. Will he get this final lap in, or will race control throw the checkered flag? We'll just have to wait and see. Fanning holds P1, Crosgrove, Kingsbury, Quint, and Lindgren. Karsten Quint with his Pro Class teammate in fourth. Daniel Coletta behind Kingsbury through turn 5. Wheel spin, right rear on the curb. Bryan, that is one sketchy move when you have one tire on the curb, elevated, easy to lose the car. Rodriguez to 6th.
It really is, Josh, and so much of your lap time is determined through turns 1 through 5. The rest of the course, not too bad to drive through, but turns 1 through 5, you're hitting the brakes. You're really doing all the trail braking in there. You have to lift and coast through 3 and 4, so you don't push it a little too wide. Make sure you can enter 5 correctly. It's a lot of work, and if you're not doing it correct, you're gonna have a bad time. But Ray Kingsbury seems to have done it really well. He's running a predicted time of 1:54.8. It's surely gonna go up, because that would rival some of the fastest laps ever run here. But there it goes. 1:59.2 is what we're looking at right now. So Ray Kingsbury really hauling the mail, Josh.
If he can maintain this, of course, it will be pole position. What he needs to do. Cash Woolsey to 6th in the 121. Great drive so far for one of the Funkhouse racing cars. Checkered flag on qualifying. Off the road goes Kingsbury. Interested to see if that will count as an off track. He is teetering with the pole position. Looking at the predicted lap time, 2 minutes 0.1. Has to absolutely send it into Sunset Bend. Full commitment. Car complaining, under braking. He's given up a couple tenths off of Sunset Bend. Last chance to try and steal pole position away. Path of least resistance across the line for the championship leader. 2 minutes, .9. It is P3. He does not improve, barely matches his fastest lap. That means that is, unless Cody Cosgrove's on a flyer, I'll try and find him off monitor. That might be pole position. Let's take that away for the moment, Bryan, because Cosgrove still has a lap left, and he is in the slipstream of the 12 of Melanie Priaulx. So can the Canadian, it is Solpeck 2, 3, and 4. Can the Canadian steal this away? Predicted time, 1 minute 59.8. But the Mercedes struggles in Sunset Bend and down this back straightaway.
But he's holding it through this back straightaway. It's just Sunset.
Priaulx gets out of the way. Final corner. He gave up a couple tenths. It's mid-corner to kind of 60% of the way through. But let's see at the line for Cosgrove. 2 minutes 0.7. The Mercedes hemorrhages time off of that final corner.
Yeah, it's a very hard corner to drive, Josh.
As pole position. Kevin Fanning, Cody Cosgrove on the outside, Ray Kingsbury, Karsten Quint, Tucker Lindgren in the top 5, Cash Woolsey, Daniel Coletta, Raymond Rodriguez, Marwan Moftop, Brian Sohn, Scott Lindgren, and Clinton Funk, the top 12, with Josh Sussey, Arif Aziz, and Melanie Priaulx 15th and last on this grid. As the checkered flag has fallen on qualifying, we're going to step aside for just a couple moments on ASN. On the other side of the break, we will go racing in Sebring.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two and turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap clock at the inside line. McLaughlin contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. In the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like we're not going to hold this back. The SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN is brought to you by Penguin RC Simulation, Too Fast Racing, Lambert Designs, and Mr. Patches. Just a reminder that if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. And if you DM Bryan really nicely, really sweet and sincerely, he might give you that .onion domain for the dark web. Either way, ring the bell to catch our live streams every week. Speaking of, Bryan, take us through some upcoming programming on ASN.
Absolutely, Josh. Ever since you've been telling people to DM me, nobody has. All right. Anyway, SimCAR's on their finale week, so we got a whole lot of NASA coming up here. So this, what is that? This Monday, we got NASA Rallycross Contenders and the World Championship. We're going to be at Charlotte. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. for the World Championship. That's going to be you and me. Charlotte's one of my favorite rallycross tracks. Super fun to see that. We got the rest of the season there: Daytona, Brands, Knock Hill, Barcelona, and I think right after that Barcelona race, SimCAR returns. So just off the edge of the schedule, but we'll be back soon.
SimCAR's next race will be tentatively May the 7th at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. That's going to be phenomenal. Do you have the SimCAR schedule that you could pull up for these guys? Maybe, maybe not. I can give them wonderful word salad if it doesn't work. Yes, I do. 2026B is the following, Mr. Sawyer.
Yeah, I get the whole schedule there too. Look at that. Round 1 Spa on, is that April 7th?
May 7th. You don't know how to read.
May 7th. I don't know how to count or read. Then we're going to Nürburgring, Suzuka, Miami, Laguna Seca, and Bathurst, Lime Rock Park, VIR, Barber, and Interlagos. Oh my gosh, Josh. VIR is my nemesis. I hate that track. But if I'm driving this series next season, I think that's going to be my drop week.
Listen, I will always enjoy VIR. All I will say is we had that photo finish at the Sim Gaming Expo for the Husingveld Sprint Cup, and the entire venue was cheering, and you could hear it and feel it through the headphones. It was something else. Be sure to catch that stuff on ASN On Demand from this past September. Tentatively, I think ASN will be back in September, bringing you guys some coverage of the Sim Gaming Expo. Super excited to have that and grow our presence on ASN Live and at the Expo. As we are finishing up warm-up, it's Bryan Sawyer in the production truck alongside me. My name is Josh Mertz at virtual Sebring International Raceway, Sebring, Florida, for the 10th and final round of the 2026A SimCAR Grand-Am Series, season number 15. I remember when this series first started back in 2020, and it has been amazing to watch ever since. Can Kevin Fanning steal the championship away from Ray Kingsbury? Can Tucker Lindgren steal the championship away from Raymond Rodriguez? It is all to race for over the next hour. We will just have to wait and see. It could be done and dusted turn one in either viewpoint that you think about. So turn one, Sebring, very bumpy, wall on the inside, the unrelenting grass on the outside, driver's right. We've seen some crazy stuff on the starts. We've seen turn one. Who could forget Mexico last week, Bryan? What are we thinking after watching qualifying?
I think we're going to have a nice close race up front. I think Fanning might start walking, though. Fanning was consistently dropping those quick laps. The Cosgrove and Kingsbury were struggling to maintain their fastest laps. So I think we're going to have a nice race for the rest of the podium. I think Fanning's going to walk.
Motegi 2.0 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, and it's not a dig at Kevin at all, right? But two completely different circuits that he is good at. Normally you got a driver that's great at one specific type, but you've got ultra rugged, ultra bumpy, old school Sebring, and you've got billiard table smooth, relatively modern Motegi, and it's interesting to see the elevation and pace for the 911. What can Kingsbury do to respond? What can Rodriguez do against Lindgren? It's going to be a lot of fun. 25 seconds until we begin to grid here in Sebring. And a lot of these guys, I think, utilizing this warm-up to find their pit boxes, practice pit entry. And Anthony Flores getting a pinch of track time, finally let out of the race control booth, taking a lap or so in warm-up. Good for him.
Yeah. It's the only time he gets to drive. Just a few minutes of warm-up driving.
And will we see Brandon Lambert? I noticed when I loaded into the session, it was the Cadillac CTS-V was part of the car selection. I'm assuming that is the safety car for tonight. So we will just have to see. Hopefully, we don't see him, of course. That means we've got something ugly on the racetrack that causes the safety car to be called. Our grid for the 10th and final round of SimCAR in Sebring looks like this. Pole position goes to the championship challenger, car number 911, Kevin Fanning. Cody Cosgrove on his outside. Championship leader, inaugural champion, Ray Kingsbury, looking to clinch his 4th series championship alongside his AM-class teammate, Karsten Quint. Tucker Lindgren trying to overhaul Raymond Rodriguez in the AM-class. He starts in 5th. Cash Woolsey, an impressive start for Funkhouse Racing in 6th. Daniel Coletta, Raymond Rodriguez, 7th and 8th. Rodriguez trying to go for his championship. He's got a couple spots to catch up on Lindgren in the 129 against the 997. Reigning champion Marwan Moftah, his reign will end after quite a disappointing season. He's in 9th, 10th Bryan Sohn, 11th Scott Lindgren, Clinton Funk, Josh Sussey, Arif Aziz, and Melanie Prio, 15th and last on this field tonight. As Barney will throw the green flag, of course, when we round the circuit. And this is the one and only time that we will see the Porsche safety car from iRacing lead the field off as we begin the formation lap here in Florida. It's been so much fun this season, Bryan, covering SimCAR. They invited us last season after, of course, ASN, and when the series was part of NASA back in 2020, we broadcasted a couple seasons. We were partnered with Nitro Circus. Super fun. They broke away, separated. We came back together last season. So much fun. We had the GTPs. They dropped the GTPs for this season. And honestly, this season has been phenomenal. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, impressive performances, questionable behaviors at some time, but I'm torn, Bryan, on a Porsche Cup versus a regular GT3 or GT4 series, but if they do a Porsche Cup, it'll be interesting to see the men from the boys, the two classes, who will take the fight in that season next season.
It's not going to be me. Finish last every week, but I'll have a blast.
That's all that matters, right? It's the reason why I got out of the car. You sit down in your rig, put your VR on, look at your monitors, whatever it might be. You put the gloves on if you race with gloves. And it just locks you in, whether it's virtual or real. And I drive around and then I get really angry because I don't have the time to practice. And I watch these guys duking it out, having so much fun in the process. I'm curious to see what the Mercedes-Benz will do. Like we documented, they're losing a lot of time in the final corner. Can Fanning run away like he did in Motegi? Or will somebody else steal the show tonight in Sebring? Kingsbury, 5 wins. Fanning, 3 wins. And Dex Lindgren won the season opener in Daytona. It has been a long 10 weeks since that season opener. And that race had a moment on a restart where Ray Kingsbury got caught up in traffic, got caught up in an accident. He rallied his way forward and nearly won the race. But it was Porsche with 1 win, McLaren with 3 wins, and the all-conquering Mercedes-AMG with 5. Everybody warming up their tires as we have an hour of racing. 17 corners, 3.74 miles here in Florida. Weather, not a rain cloud in sight. Track temp, 100 degrees. And we are looking really good with 80 degree temperatures, 60% humidity, and 13 mile an hour south winds. So curious to see if we will get any kind of headwind or tailwind to these cars, especially if it affects these guys on the backstretch or the front straightaway. And we already have Fanning on the clutch. I didn't hear anything from his car. He's already saving fuel, Bryan. The gamesmanship is already beginning. As the field comes together, 58 miles an hour, about as fast as a Swift truck on the highway. You know how you get annoyed at those guys when you're going down the interstate? That's how fast these guys are going down the back straightaway. It's the safety car heads for pit lane. On the front row is Kevin Fanning and Cody Crossgrove. Thanks for joining us all season for SimCAR Grand-Am action on the Automotive Sports Network. We get set to crown some champions in Sebring. Green flag in Florida. Great jump for Fanning as we begin the first lap. Crossgrove, Kingsbury, Quint, Lindgren, Woolsey, and Rodriguez down to the first corner. Rodriguez looks to the inside on the Porsche in turn 1. Coletta, Sohn, Funk, Moftaw, Lindgren, Aziz, Sussy, and Prio in the back of the field. Side by side for the moment. Coletta sends it on Funk nearly into the 121 of Woolsey. He takes the position. Fanning leads Crossgrove, Kingsbury, Quint. That running order has not changed, but the top 3 begin to gap Quint in the 555 in the AM class battle, already beginning with safety car deployed. Cash Woolsey in the 121 has spun. Contact with his teammate? No, he spun it on the curb by himself. But Moftaw and Bryan Sohn have crashed under the bridge. Don't know if you got a replay on that, Bryan.
Let's go see what we got. Since everybody's safety car is out, that was quick. Never even got to the running order there. Uh-oh. Let's see. I don't have any session events. Let's restart it and see if I get any. Yes, I do. I got Cash Woolsey. I don't have any Marwan Mofta yet.
If you show Cash Woolsey, you will see the crash in the background. It should be this exact camera if it stays. Oh, well.
This one?
Let's stay here. Because we'll see Woolsey spinning on his own in front of his teammate. And then we should see Moftaw and Sohn. Apparently. Well, just kidding. What planet are you on, Bryan?
Here he goes. Here he goes. I don't know.
That's a completely separate thing. I don't know where you are. You might have to professionally roll it back, and that's permissible.
Let's try again.
Is this it? Let's see.
There's
one.
I found it.
And then go to Moftaw, because Woolsey spins on his own on the curb. But the big thing is Sohn versus Moftaw. So let's take a look. Like we talked in qualifying, you hit that curb, it upsets the car off the road. See ya. And then I think It's that Moff coming across trying to avoid, and Bryan Sohn just an innocent victim. And I'm so disappointed for Bryan Sohn because he has shown immense pace. We talked about it in France a couple weeks ago, Bryan.
Yeah, he's been pretty quick. So, unfortunate that he's the recipient of nose to the wall. Mofta gets off clean with that one, and Sohn, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Probably not very happy about that one.
It's Brandon Lambert in the safety car, bringing the field together. He's not in the Cadillac. He's in the Acura. We got Fanning, Cosgrove, and Kingsbury, the top three. The AM-class battle, subdued as well. Under this safety car condition, black flags cleared for Cash Woolsey in the 121. He entered the closed pit to repair the car. Pit lane open this time.
Let's look at position changes right off the beginning of the race. Ray Rodriguez up 2 positions. Clinton Funk up 4. Lindgren up 2. Aziz up 4. Sussy up 2. What's that last name? Prolu?
I might have been saying it wrong. I thought it was Prio. There's no I. It's Prolu, I think.
Prolu,
Apologies if we're butchering it either way.
Up 3. Mofta down 4. Sohn down 4. Woolsey down 9. Unfortunately, the plates aren't lining up correctly. Red numbers, I guess, is the AM class today. I don't know why their plates
I noticed
aren't
that
red
last week. Did you break something?
I must have broken something. Even though it's all set correctly, something must have broken on my side. So
just a shout out for our fans in chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tentatively, 2026B will start May 7th at Spa-Francorchamps. I'm going to see if I can do this. Can I do this live? We're going to do this live. If you want to join the Discord, there's a direct link. Well, that might be to our broadcast booth. Oh well, but I know what I'm doing. I'm good, just like Bryan. You should be able to join the server that way. Otherwise, it'll just kick you to the lobby. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. Watch me break everything just like Bryan. When I grow up, I'm going to break things just like Bryan Sawyer. It's my life goal.
I hope so.
As the field weaves their way down the backstretch, I'm going to resend this link like a really good journalist that I am. This one. There we go. Copy and paste that into your browser of choice. I don't know how to fix it otherwise. YouTube chat. You were supposed to implement a QR code for all of our wonderful fans to be able to scan like you did with Torque. And you failed me, Bryan.
I don't see anything in this YouTube chat.
What? I don't know. I got nothing. It's there. I hope. If someone wants to confirm that I put that link in there, then I can make fun of Bryan. So we're 54.5 minutes left. Only a couple minutes in. Ray Kingsbury pits! Oh! Alright. What are we thinking now, Bryan? The championship leader pitting very early in the 25.
But why? Oh.
He's tried this before. Scott Lindgren in the 2 pits.
Scott Lindgren.
Bryan Sohn pits as well.
I don't know why that's a strategy. Do you think there's no way they can make it a full hour on the tank?
No Windows. I don't like iCloud. You ever have that happen, Bryan? You're in the middle of doing something and it just pops something up? Isn't it great?
No, I don't have iCloud on the Windows computer.
Listen, it's my server. I have to. End of longest line for Cash Woolsey in the 121. Back to non-Josh and Bryan podcast talk. Kingsbury's pit stop. I mean, he did it in the Bend in Australia. He tried to do it last week. I don't really understand why, but in reality, he didn't lose any time. It was quite brilliant, but it's a gamble if he's going to make it on fuel.
I just don't think you can. Car 121 at end of line. Who is that? 121
Cash Woolsey.
Is Cash Woolsey.
He entered a closed pit to fix the car. It's the only thing that I can think of. I mean, Ray's going to have to clutch it. He's going to have to be in 6th gear coasting around this track until we go green. And even then, he better hope for some safety car interventions. because to pit after 5 minutes, and these fuel cells are capped at 70%, to force that pit stop, he's either going to be brilliant or it's going to be immensely questionable. As we get set to roll once again on the restart. Brandon Lambert, the safety car, out front of Kevin Fanning. Cody Cosgrove, the top two. This puts Ray Kingsbury down to 12th. Technically speaking, I think we have to play this game of figurative points as they run. Kevin would win the championship. So Ray better hope that he can get through this field. Safety car in this lap. Kevin Fanning leads us at 48 miles an hour. And he's been excellent with restarts. Melanie Prolu in the 12, hanging back from the 13 of Sussy. We got Moftaw, Kingsbury, Lindgren, Son at the back of the field. It's 51 and a half minutes when they get back to the start-finish line for round 10 of 2026A SimCAR Grand-Am competition. Kevin Fanning leads us as we head back to green in Florida. Good restart from Fanning, but Cosgrove was not caught sleeping this time. Couple car lengths between Fanning and Cosgrove down to turn number 1. The McLaren and the Mercedes. Quint, Lindgren, and Rodriguez, the top 5. Lindgren and Rodriguez dueling for the AM Class Championship. Cosgrove pushes bad mid-corner of turn 1. His teammate's not going to pressure him. Lindgren and Rodriguez into turn 4, into turn 5. Will the BMW and the Porsche have any strengths and weaknesses over the other car tonight in Sebring? Coletta, Funk, Aziz, Sussy, and Prio, the top 10. Kingsbury still stuck behind. Marwan Moftaw, we make it through turns 5 and turn 6. Down to the hairpin for the first time, Bryan.
Nice tight racing. This is, I guess, what you'd call the second first lap. They didn't even make it through a full first lap, so they've made it further than they have before.
Lindgren and Woolsey side by side. This is for 13th and 14th between an AM class and a pro class car. On the inside, Lindgren on Woolsey takes the position. Might have to keep that track map up all night, if you don't mind, Mr. Sawyer. Melanie Prolu has crashed, heading to Tower Corner. Think she made a mistake on the curbs. Oh, she lost it. Mid-corner, corrected it, into the wall, went to 12. Woolsey has gotten by Lindgren for the 12th position. Kingsbury, still stuck behind Moftaw in the 191, is the 25. We head down the Ullman Straight. Rodriguez and Lindgren finding a way around. Is Rodriguez. Lindgren cannot make more than one move to defend his position down to Sunset Bend. Sussy has gotten by, Kingsbury's gotten by Sussy in the 13 to the 25. Side by side through Sunset Bend. Rodriguez takes the spot. Here comes Coletta. 3 AM cars under a blanket. This is the battle for third on track in the AM class. Thanks for the track map, Bryan, for our fans to follow along. Cosgrove spins in turn 1 in the 9, stays out of the way of everybody else. Can he recover? That is an omen for the Mercedes. It has been so tricky for the German manufacturer to maintain grip through practice, qualifying in the early stages of this race in Sebring.
Josh, he recovered so well, iRacing didn't even register that as an incident.
He's got the experience on the dirt. NASA Rallycross Contenders champion, knows what he's doing. Kingsbury to the inside of Moftaw. Former teammates. Not anymore between those two, and put Kingsbury up tonight. This is tentatively where he needs to be to clinch the championship by 1 point, even if the drop week is in play. So if you're Kevin Fanning, you're hoping Arif Aziz can keep the 25 behind you. Keep an eye, of course, on that strategy that Kingsbury played a couple moments ago. And Cody Cosgrove closing in on Clinton Funk in the 122 It's been Clinton Funk's sympathy corner all season long for him, but he has finally found his groove, it looks like, in the Porsche for Funkhouse Racing, and making his way through the third sector here in Sebring. A little bit wide on the apex, into 14, into 15 Le Mans corner. These guys utilizing the track and then some. And the Mercedes across Grove, Bryan again complaining through the corner.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a hard time keeping the car stable.
Sunset Bend. Fanning, Quint, Rodriguez in third. Lindgren watching his championship hopes slip away. Coletta, Funk, Cosgrove, Aziz, and Kingsbury. Kingsbury, massive run. Fanning fastest lap, 2-minute 1.4. Aziz defends, driver's left. Can Kingsbury close it on the outside? He does. Will Aziz push into the first corner? He does not. Kingsbury to 8th. Mofta now fighting the 212. The man from Egypt, Mofta in the 191, reigning champion of the AM class. And Lindgren leading a train with Coletta, Funk, Cosgrove, let's call it Kingsbury, all in a line. Lap 1 investigation between Marwan Mofta, Bryan Son, looked at by Race Control, Anthony Flores. Raymond Rodriguez, massive run on Karsten Quint, battle for second. You could be biased for 2 seconds, Bryan. Your boy is going for a runner-up position at the moment, and he's got it in the BMW. Doing exactly what he needs to do in the 129.
Excellent job from Ray.
Cosgrove has passed Clinton Funk for the 6th position. They're side by side, right in the center of the picture there. The Mercedes against the Porsche takes the spot for car number 9 after that spin in turn 1. Ah, you fixed it.
Ray had to go for the pass right when I was fixing it.
Go figure. That's always how it works. You have to fix graphics and then they decide to have some action.
I don't know why
you talked about a...
I didn't do anything. I just went and resaved the file. I didn't change a single thing.
Just iRacing things, I guess. Just ASN things, right?
Sure. I literally opened it, hit save, and then reloaded it, and there we go.
Let's jump on board really quick. On board Raymond Rodriguez. I want to see if we could see Fanning way up ahead. He's coming through Sunset Bend. That speck in the distance is Kevin Fanning. 4.2 seconds up the road. Another fastest lap. I think you were right, Bryan. This is Motegi 2.0 for the 911.
Yeah, I mean, Fanning is gone currently off race screen. I don't know if we could see him there. Just a little bit. It's so hard. You think 4 seconds. 4 seconds is nothing. I mean, 4 seconds is so much.
What's even worse is off-monitor Coletta and Cosgrove battling for 5th. What's even worse is when you're in a slow corner, and this is Racing 101. I know this is really simple, but anyone that's new, the interval drops down when you go into the slow corner, right? And you think, oh, sweet, I'm catching the guy in front of me. And then he hits the throttle because he's out of the corner sooner, and it opens right back up, and then you get disheartened. That's happened to me once or twice.
That happens quite a bit.
False hope.
What makes me upset is when I'm racing and looks like Scott Lindgren's going to try and go for it on Cat Schulze here in a second. He's trying to peek the corner, but when you're chasing the car and you feel like you're getting close and you see it's about a second between you and the car in front of you, and you go, okay, I'm getting there, and then you look in your rear view behind you, and the car behind you seems so far away, and you realize they're only a second behind you too, and it just makes you feel that much worse about how far behind the car you are.
As be sure to join in the conversation, hanging out in chat. I got it up on my monitor to take a look and have some fun. Ray Kingsbury, Clinton Funk, battling for the 7th position. No further action with the incident between Mofta and Son. Kingsbury to the inside on Funk and take the championship leader, put him to 7th. Cosgrove and Lindgren battling. And the Mercedes If you look driver's left, it's slightly banked there. We took a look on monitor. That is so scary to use that banking because you are millimeters from the wall, from the tire pack on corner exit. It's one thing I want to note. Will Quint move over for Cosgrove? They're not battling in class. Quint in the 555 struggling under acceleration, and the teammates duel away. Driver's left for Cosgrove. Quint lets him have it. Carson Quint trying to catch Raymond Rodriguez as he gets hit by Tucker Lindgren, gets hit by Daniel Coletta. They stacked up in the hairpin. Turn 7. Remember, we also talked about turn 7 being kind of a calamity corner. And Bryan, I think Tucker's got some rear end damage on the 997.
See if we can see what happened there.
It might be a pinch on the wrong car, a pinch too far ahead, my friend.
Let's see if we can do it again.
Wrong car again. You might have to professionally roll it back.
I'm gonna hit a different button.
Oh boy. Put your hard hats on. Bryan's okay, you're on the there you go. There we go. So this is the teammates dueling away. Quint lets him go. What has happened to Cash Woolsey off monitor? He has spun.
Oh yep. Oh.
Everybody bumping into each other.
I saw Tucker's rear end get dented in, and then on my side it popped back out. So who knows what he is experiencing, because what I see is different than what the server sees, is what's different than what he sees on an incident like that. I see him as fine. He might be having a little bit of trouble, but who knows? His front end looks relatively clean from what I can see. But I think he's going to be okay.
Clinton Funk getting passed by Marwan Moftah. Kevin Fanning, another fastest lap. You want to watch the Kevin Fanning hot lap simulator? That's what you're going to get tonight. He's 6.1 seconds up on Raymond Rodriguez in the 129. Incredible stuff from Fanning. To put that into perspective, and this is not a dig at your boy Rodriguez, Bryan, Fanning's a second a lap faster than him, according to lap times last time around. It's crazy.
No, it's insane. I mean, he's
Kingsbury off the road goes the championship leader. He let Daniel Coletta through. What happened here? Oh, I don't think he wants to risk the side-by-side battle. That's fair.
Yeah, he could be doing that. He could be trying a no-stop strategy. He's got some points to play with. He could be trying to win on, the one stop during the caution, refill, and just coast it out. He's tried that before.
Kingsbury to the inside on Coletta. Side by side, the 99 and the 25. And Kingsbury, can he seal the deal through the corner? And heading down to Tower Corner, takes the spot, moving back to 6th. So just a quick update on the running order as we 20 minutes through this race, about a third of the way through. Kevin Fanning leads by 7 seconds over Raymond Rodriguez, Cody Cosgrove, Karsten Quint, Tucker Lindgren, the top 5, Ray Kingsbury, Daniel Coletta, Marwan Moftah, Clinton Funk, and Scott Lindgren, the top 10. Brian Sohn recovered after the crash on lap 1 with his fast repair in 11th. Arif Aziz, Cash Woolsey, Josh Sussey, and Melanie Prolu in the 12th. 15th and last in this field.
Cody Cosgrove back up, P3, trying to chase down Ray Rodriguez. Had it down to about 2/10, fell back to about 5 here. He's going to be pushing, though, trying to make something happen.
If I'm Ray, Bryan, I understand why you would do a pit stop strategy like that, but in my head, why would you do that in the last race of the season when there's a title on the line and you have to finish at a certain place? It's just too risky for me.
I think Ray knows where he needs to finish in relation to Fanning. Can change his strategy on the fly if he needs to, but let's look at this. It's 17 points separate the two.
I think it's 8th or worse.
Yeah,
for Kingsbury.
Fanning with a win. What are we looking at here? 30 points for the win.
Sorry, Bryan. Crossgrove looking. Down to turn 10. Position change. The 9 goes back to second after that mistake in turn 1. And potentially, Rodriguez can fall into the clutches of another Solpec car, Karsten Quint, in the 555.
No, it looks like Ray would have to finish better than 12th.
Better than 12th?
Yeah.
Do I not know how to read?
A 17-point difference. He would need to score 13 or 14 points tonight to outscore or to finish 1 point above Fanning.
I don't know how to read. I've been given the wrong numbers this entire show. Welcome to ASN.
Yeah, I think you're looking without the drop week.
Yes. I think that could be it.
I'm looking with the drop week. I think you were looking without one. So I believe he would need to finish 11th or higher, currently in 6th. So he knows what he has to do.
Interestingly, according to timing, according to the internal graphics, that can't be right. It says Raymond Rodriguez has not won a race in the AM class.
He has not.
I thought he did. Am I crazy? I thought he won last week.
He did, but he did not. He did not win. Scott Lindgren won last week. 2 weeks ago in Magny Corps, Raymond Rodriguez finished first. We had him as an AM win, but Thomas Siros was supposed to be classified as an AM. They reclassified it afterwards, after the race, so Thomas Siros was awarded first place points for the AM class.
See. I bring this up because 8 races, 8 podiums for Ray, no wins now after this. Tucker Lindgren has 3, Karsten Quint, Scott Lindgren, Marwan Moftah, Josh Stoltz, Jesse Pate, Thomas Siros. A lot of parity in this AM class, but it's showing that consistency is helping Ray sneak away with this title, Bryan.
Yeah, when I was talking to Ray earlier in the week, he's like, yeah, he's got a lot of wins. I go, but buddy, did you see the beginning of your season? The beginning of Ray's season was so strong that it just made a wall of points. It was what? Second place in Daytona, second place in Watkins Glen, second place in Montreal, third place in Silverstone. He did not show up for Monza. Then third place, so many podiums. Josh Motegi, second place in Magny Corps, third place in Mexico City. He has been on the podium every single week. Tucker Lindgren, when he doesn't win, he doesn't always have the best. Look at Tucker Lindgren, 6th in Daytona, and 8th in Watkins Glen, 6th in Montreal. It's just those differences that make the points almost insurmountable.
And that's the definition of get the trophy or bring home the steering wheel. Because for the last, 3-4 weeks, I remember in Australia, Magny Corps, Motegi, every week he made some kind of mistake, some kind of spin. He was able to recover to wins for some of those events, but some of them, nothing, down the order, like you said. 8.5 seconds from Fanning to Cosgrove. Insane stuff from the 911. And noticing in chat that the Mercedes, like we talked about, Sunset Bend, the final corner, and the hairpin turn 7, bleeding time. And the car is so, I want to say, just very easy to upset, very fragile, for lack of a word, in the terms of grip, right? And it's hemorrhaging time, not looking particularly fast, despite them being 2nd, 4th. And where is Ray? Ray is in 15th. What happened to the championship leader? Apologies that we missed it. Did he make a mistake or did he pit?
Let me go.
He pitted. He had to pit. I think he knew that was not going to work. So now Ray has to hope for a safety car. Where does he have to finish if Kevin wins? 13th?
Yeah, something like that. 13th.
So now
no, 11th. I said 11th. I only remember 2 seconds ago. I think he'll be fine.
Oh.
I think he's going to easily get by Perlow, Sussy, and Woolsey. He's 18 seconds back, but he's moving.
We saw that in the bend with some pit strategy. Interesting pit strategy, to say the least.
Yeah, he pit 2 laps ago. Neither of us noticed.
Listen, I get on my soapbox and my tangents and my monologues, and we're having a good time. We look at Bryan Sohn, and is that Clinton Funk down the Ullman Straight? Porsche versus Corvette. German manufacturer versus the American manufacturer. Outside on Funk is Sohn! Saves it! It snapped oversteer for a moment, Bryan.
Yeah, I thought we were about to watch him slide out into the wall. It's a very difficult sunset entry. You feel like you could really take that car wide, but you take it too wide, you're fighting the car to get back in, and very easy to want to lose the rear end there, slide out, hit
to the inside,
wall, end your day.
Nothing doing. The Corvette is so very touchy. Through Sebring, off the road goes Funk. No, he saves it. They're going to be side by side, heading to turn 7. For the moment, will Sohn tuck back in and get the slipstream? Here comes Scott Lindgren as well. We are battling 8th, 9th, and 10th overall in the AM class. Lindgren to the inside. We're 3 wide in the hairpin. No, Funk goes wide. Will Funk do the 2-for-1 special in the worst way? He just cuts the curb to give it up. Good move for the 122 to stay out of the way. He could have fought that, Bryan, but it would have been ugly.
Yeah, I think at this point in the series, Clinton's just looking to stay alive the whole race, not have the sympathy corner, just focus on getting good results without taking the car home in pieces.
As I had a chat with Clinton after that race in the Bend, when Clinton was off the lead lap, right, and he was battling or staying in front of, I think it was Fanning and I think it was Cosgrove, and he crashed Cody Cosgrove off the track. And I had a conversation with him. He's like, where do I back out? Where do I get out of the way? And I said, Clinton, use your relative box, F3, to break the 4th wall. Use that box. See where your opponent is. When you're about to get lapped, if you're within a second, just get out of the way. It doesn't matter if you're on the straightaway. You don't want to interfere. So good call for Funk in the 122. See, I could go a race without bullying you, Clinton. It's possible. Okay? I believe in you.
Trying to chase down a reef. Get 1 position back at least, 2 tenths behind, making a run for it.
2 Porsches. We've talked about before when we've covered whether it's SimCAR or the Torque GT series. With the Porsches, when the tires get hot, they start to lose grip. We've seen so many cars loop it on their own. And so far already, we have seen a couple of Porsches slide their way through the corners. We're about halfway through the season finale of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series here in Sebring as Clinton Funk's sympathy corner begins.
Nice talking about you, Clinton.
Sympathy corner begins as Clinton is recovering the 122. We're going to step aside for just a couple moments from Sebring. You won't miss a thing. We'll go ASN nonstop from Florida.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by
it.
side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarlane contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Ragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside. Magnus gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like he's going to hold his power.
You're so...
The SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN is brought to you by Penguin RC Simulation, Too Fast Racing, Lambert Designs, and Mr. Patches. Also, if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, and no matter the platform at ASN TV USA. And if you ask Bryan really nicely, he might give you the .onion domain on the dark web. Nobody has taken him up on the offer yet. Can somebody do that? He's going to keep complaining and crying, and I don't want to hear it. Either way, ring the bell to catch our live streams every week as we welcome you back to the SimCAR Grand-Am Series, Round 10 of 2026A. Bryan, Sawyer, Josh Mertz. We're looking at Ray Kingsbury trying to find his way around lap traffic after a pit stop a little bit earlier on, Mr. Sawyer.
Josh, that's not lap traffic. That is for position since he pit so early. He is just fighting Melanie for track position. Needs to make up one more spot on position to, I think, secure this championship. But I believe we'll have that. Whoa!
They nearly touch into Sunset Bend. That hair-raising moment for the 25.
Oof. So close to the wall.
Arif Aziz in the pit lane in the 212. Kingsbury goes by, move him up to 11th. Bryan, we have just a couple of moments, not a lot of battles going on. Take us through what is upcoming on ASN.
Absolutely, Josh. Let's click it over here. This Monday, we have the NASCAR Rallycross Contenders and World Championship, 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. That is going to be you and me at Charlotte. Charlotte's a blast in the Rallycross cars. One of my favorites. Super excited to be there. We go to Daytona, Brands Hatch, Knock Hill, Barcelona. And then the SimCAR will return after that. Let's go take a look at that. They start May 7th, I believe. I'm trying to find that button. There's that button.
It's broken.
May 7th, they start back at Spa, Nürburgring, Suzuka, Miami, Laguna Seca, Bathurst, Lime Rock Park, VIR, Barber, and Interlagos.
Bring us back to our race leader, Kevin Fanning. Oh, Barber is going to be fun. And they just rescanned it, so it's going to be brand new track surface. Fanning in the pit lane from the race lead. The 911 will not take tires. Interestingly, Kingsbury took tires the last time he pitted, both times that he pitted. So Fanning, fuel only, exits the pit lane. He will come out in front of Bryan Sohn, I believe, unless Sohn can beat him to turn 1. And also Daniel Coletta pits in the 99. Exiting the pit lane, Fanning battling Sohn. Sohn takes the 5th position in the 0-3. Let's get a race reset with a third of the way left. 22 minutes left in the season here in Sebring. Cosgrove leads. Rodriguez, Quint, Lindgren. Those top 4 have not pitted. Bryan Sohn, Kevin... Oh, wait a second. Bryan Sohn is technically ahead because they're equal on pit strategy. Okay, Scott Lindgren, Cash Woolsey also have pitted. Josh Sussey has not. Coletta has pitted. Kingsbury's pitted twice. Melanie Prolu has not pitted. Aziz and Funk have pitted as well. What do we think about Sohn in front of Fanning after the first rotation?
That's interesting. I didn't know he had pit. Also, I'm trying to bring up the pit timers to see who had. There we go. So you can see who has and hasn't pit. We'll leave those up for a little bit just so we so you're all aware of what strategy's looking like and who goes in when. Once everybody's taking their pit, we'll go back to the interval. But looking for those top
Sohn
to pit and see where everything comes back out. Sohn off the track.
Not sure what's going on for him.
By. That car is not
He's
sounding
got something
great either.
No, he's got something wrong. Whether it's sim related or whether it's technical related or equipment related. He drove off the road and gave up 3 spots, and he is hemorrhaging time
see what happened.
in the Corvette.
A little too early. Let's go back a little bit more. There he is. He's going.
It's right on board.
I'm unsure what happened.
It's a weird one,
Josh. He just pulled over. Something's clearly wrong with the vehicle.
Tucker Lindgren pits.
Stop or?
On monitor, Sohn is on track still.
There he goes.
He's going again in 7th.
He's going again.
Huh.
Very interesting.
Top 3 have not pitted. Cosgrove, Rodriguez, and Quint. Rodriguez looking good for the AM Class Championship. Cosgrove holding the lead for Solpeck. His teammate, Ray Kingsbury, looking good for that championship in 11th. Kevin Fanning has dominated this race. He currently sits 4th, midway through the pit strategy. How fitting would it be, Mr. Sawyer, if your boy Raymond Rodriguez won the championship and won the race? His first and only win this season.
I mean, I'd definitely be super excited for him. That'd be a great way to cap off the season. You finally win the race and determines the championship, no question. 3 seconds behind Cody Cosgrove. Last time around, Raymond Rodriguez ran a 2:01.1 to Cody Cosgrove's 2-minute 0.5. So about 6 to separate them on the current lap time. So he's going to have to do
Cosgrove pits, Rodriguez pits, Quint stays out in the 555. This should put Fanning through to the lead, except for Quint. When Quint pits, he should get through the lead, but we'll have to see.
We'll watch Fanning come through. Easily going to take
Shout out
Rodriguez and Cosgrove.
Shout out to everyone hanging out with us on ASN Live, or if you're on ASN On Demand later on, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out. And we've got Cosgrove and Rodriguez. Cosgrove exits the pit lane. Ray Kingsbury's still in 11th. I don't know how that's going to look for him in the 25. There's no question on pit strategy anymore, Brian. We speculated about that earlier on. But when does Quint pit? Fanning, no question, will get back to the lead. Scott Lindgren now took fuel only 5 seconds in the pit box to potentially steal this AM Class win. He's got Cash Woolsey behind him. This is for overall position, not between the classes.
Scotland
It's been a
looking
fairly-
to make it 2 in a row. That'll be
It's been I don't think it's been consecutive wins since his son did it.
Plus.
Tucker did. Yeah. Tucker did 3 in a row. Speaking of Tucker, battling with Josh Sussey for 7th overall. This is 4th in class, sorry.
It's got a little bit off the wall, opening a door for Cash Woolsey. Side by side, Cash Woolsey is going to try and make it stick on the inside. Keeps it tight, makes it happen.
Put Cash Woolsey to 3rd, tentatively, on the podium. Of course, we await the pit strategy. Will Quint pit now? The 555 does, the winner from Montreal in Canada in the middle of the season.
Cash Woolsey is an AM class driver, not showing his AM on our screen. He's not classified right in the league, so. But he is an AM. You see the AM banners
no!
up.
Clinton Funk sympathy corner. Clinton Funk sympathy track. He's disconnected from a packet loss.
Ah, well. For one driver to thrive, one must suffer, and Cash Woolsey is taking all the life out of Clinton Funk. If you would have told me earlier tonight that we'd see him up in 2nd place currently because Karsten Quint just decided to pit, I wouldn't have believed you. But here he is leading the AM class. Boot scooting boogie.
Woolsey leads. Lindgren in 2nd. Woolsey has had torrid luck in his couple of starts this season. I believe he attempted to race in Magny-Cours, had computer issues. He raced in Monza, crashed. It's been terrible for him in those couple of races. And he leads over Scott Lindgren. Raymond Rodriguez, all he cares about is Tucker Lindgren being behind him, and the Puerto Rican will seal the championship despite not winning a race. Still 15 and a half minutes left to go here in Florida. Ray Kingsbury in 10th for the championship leader. Kevin Fanning is doing everything that he needs to do. But I think if it ends right now, Fanning has nothing for the 25. Let's see. Where's our closest battle? Daniel Coletta and Ray Kingsbury. Tell you what, Bryan, pick a car and let's ride on board for a lap here in Sebring. Couple of cars exiting the pit lane. Ray Kingsbury up to 6th, doing some tentative math. We did the math when he was 8th. Ray would win the championship by 6 points. You add a couple points to that, Ray is looking really good, despite Kevin Fanning's incredible run tonight in Florida. It might be for naught for the championship quest for the 911. Raymond Rodriguez looking good. We don't have to speculate about points there. He now leads the AM class after Cash Woolsey has pitted. Karsten Quint, Tucker Lindgren, 2nd and 3rd. Scott Lindgren had to pit as well. Bryan Solon, a 2nd pit stop. Clinton Funk has made 2 pit stops as well. And Clinton Funk very slow exiting the pit lane off monitor. No cars are in his way or on their way to be involved with him, so nothing to worry about there. Just to put this into perspective, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kevin Fanning, his fastest lap was 1 minute 59.9. The next fastest lap was Cody Cosgrove, 0.2 away at a 2-minute.1. Fanning is the only car in the 59s, and he's backing off the throttle. Is he saving fuel? It looked like he was really saving fuel down the front straightaway. Interesting. Is there something going on with the 911? As Kingsbury 6th, Fanning still leads by 9 seconds over Cosgrove. Raymond Rodriguez holds the AM class lead, trying to win the championship in the best possible scenario. And speaking of best possible scenario, the only way that Kevin can win this championship, I think it is 14th or worse. Playing it safe, though, will seal him the championship, his 4th in the series, joining his championships from 2020, 2022B, and 2023B. We'll just have to wait and see when the checkered flag falls in about 11 minutes' time. Closest battle we have at the moment. We did have something between Kingsbury and Coletta for 6th and 7th, but it has calmed down and everyone has gotten to the point, Bryan, where it's you, the car, and the racetrack. No competition around you. Arguably, though, this is one of the most terrifying phases of a race, because you're so focused on yourself, it's easy to make a mistake. As Cody Cosgrove in the 9 did that earlier on in turn 1. 10.5 minutes left for Kevin Fanning in the 911. We're doing unofficial points, Mr. Sawyer. What are we thinking here?
Josh, I am going bonkers with some spreadsheets here, so give me a second. I'm taking a look at it.
Daniel Coletta spins off monitor in the 99 in the final corner. Stays to the inside. I don't think it'll cause an issue. He's back going. The only issue is for him. And Bryan Sawyer, investigative journalist, has uncovered some details for us. What do you have?
All right, Josh. So what I think is going on here is I should have figured this out before the race, but I think Ray Kingsbury has locked this race up. Once trying to see how far down he can fall before Kevin Fanning wins. I think the problem for Kevin Fanning, unfortunately, is Ray has had pretty consistent races all season, and if he falls below that threshold he needs, his drop week kicks in, gives him the higher points, and I'm pretty sure he's got this championship locked.
Oh, you're right, because he finished 5th.
Yeah, I think his lowest is 5th, so he's gonna score 5th place points no matter what, which is gonna solidify his championship.
Well,
I think the only thing we can change is Raymond Rodriguez and Tucker Lindgren. And right now it's looking good for Ray in 3rd, Tucker in 8th. So Ray's just looking to keep this car together. Avoid the battles you don't need to be in. Finish as high as you can.
We've seen crazy things happen, but for Ray Kingsbury it's looking good. Of course, unofficially clinched, but we will wait until the checkered flag, until all the points roll in. But the man from Connecticut looking good for that 4th championship. And it's a shame for Kevin Fanning, but it just shows, Bryan, how important consistency is. And I apologize for stretching it over to NASA Rallycross again on a SimCAR show, but we've seen it on that side. What was it last season? Evan McFarlane either won the race or crashed and finished last. You can't have polar opposites like that. You have to perform and win every single race or podium like Ray did. Consistency matters in motorsport.
Yeah, and if you got one guy consistently podiuming every race and you're trying to beat him, say you're winning them all, you win. He's also on the podium, though. You have one bad day, you finish last, you crash out, it's over. If he keeps podiuming, never wins a race, it's not good news for you.
I lost a championship once in NASA Rallycross back in 2012. It was season 3, 2012C, to series pioneer Dylan Livengood. He never won a race that season. I think I won maybe 2 or 3 that season, but every other time I crashed. I barrel rolled. It was not a fun time. He stole a championship by 1 point that final night in Colorado due to the consistency. So the championships are won on the bad days, and if your bad days can be podiums instead of in the garage or on the pit lane, you're doing something right. We have not been paying attention to this, but Cody Crosgrove has been hauling the mail trying to catch Kevin Fanning. And he is 1.5 seconds behind Fanning. I think Fanning is trying to save fuel still in the 911, is my thought. If I look at the last couple of laps, he has slowed way down. 2 minute 6, 2 minute 4 the last 2 laps. See what this lap time is.
Conserve a little bit, 201 to 204. That's oof. Now we dropped to 202.636, so 201.177 for Cody Crosgrove. So he is trying to close the gap. And he might be looking to push it to the end. Might not. We only got 6 minutes left, though. They all should have enough fuel. Fanning just went in not too long ago.
Ray Kingsbury down in the 6th position. Fanning leads by 1.9. He had, what, 8-9 seconds midway through this race earlier on. Whether it was mistakes, whether it was deliberate slowing down, whether it was fuel saving, we'll have to just have a chat with him in just a couple moments to see what will happen. And that means it'll be 2 consecutive championships for Silverback Racing. Or sorry, not 2 consecutive championships as Moftaw. Terrible season. But Fanning, what could be? What could the future hold for the 911? If he can clean up that consistency, Mr. Sawyer. Scott Lindgren.
Yeah.
In the 2. Daniel Coletta in the 99.
Tucker Lindgren has had so many amazing wins. It's just a couple races where I think they were mostly self spins. They weren't really involved with anybody else. It's just hitting the curb a little too hard and losing the car. He can clean that up for the next season. He's looking like a good championship contender.
He's got the pace, for sure. Like we talked about midway through this show, there were 3 weeks. It was Monza, I think. It was the Bend in Australia. It was Magny Cours. Magny Cours, he turned it into a rallycross track in that final chicane, jumped that curb and looped it in front of traffic. Had to do an Austin Powers 50-point turn to get out of the sand that night. And I think he still won the race. 4 minutes left in the season for the SimCAR Grand-Am Series. Crosgrove is 1.2 seconds away. There's Fanning and Crosgrove in shot right there. Between the 911 and the 9. Last time around for Fanning, 2 minute 1.0. Crosgrove, 2 minute 0.5. Tucker Lindgren holding the 5th position ahead of Ray Kingsbury. And Clinton Funk trying to close in on the 25. He is off the lead lap, but Clinton, you're behind the best man in the series statistically to learn some stuff from. Despite the differing cars, Kingsbury off monitor, crossed up in turn 5, and he saves it in the 25.
Gosh, I think Kevin just might be slowing down a little bit just to solidify a win. Not push too hard. Just keep Cody behind him. Push it a little again when it matters, but doesn't want to force an incident. Just needs to. I don't know if he knows the point situation or not. I would assume you do know the point situation going into a race, but knows he just needs to finish first, no matter what. I'm the type of driver where I don't want to know about the point situation.
I remember my last NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship when we went into the final race in Indianapolis that night, and Josh Klog had a chance, right? I knew what the points were, I knew where I had to finish, and it made the pressure worse. You're always thinking about, where's my competitor? Where is he? How fast is he? It's better just to go into the final race, have zero clue, and just drive the crap out of the car. At least that's my preferred mentality.
I want to know.
2 minutes left in Sebring. You want to know, you said?
I want to know. It takes the stress. See, I have more stress trying to figure out in my head while we're driving. I just want to know if he's 4th and I win, we're good. Or I just need to finish above him. That's all I need to know. I'm not thinking about it too much. I just kind of look periodically and go, all right, gotta step on the gas. I need 2 positions on this guy.
As Kevin Fanning trying to make it an equal split effectively on wins. He's got 1.5 minutes left. Ray Kingsbury 5, Fanning has 3, Dex Lindgren has the season opener in Daytona in the 26.
Somebody got bingo in the chat, Josh. I think you called it Sunset Turn.
I've definitely called it Sunset Bend. I would never make a mistake.
It's definitely known
Clinton,
as Sunset
oh
Horseshoe.
no! Clinton Funk sympathy corner in turn 1. He didn't have a right rear on that car. What happened? Oh, he clipped the wall. Oh, he started to lose it and then hit the wall. Watch this. That's what I talked about, the Porsche. We watched it at Watkins Glen in a similar fast corner. He turned in, absolutely nothing. Taps the wall. Goodbye.
Oof.
Into the wall.
Yeah, way too much speed.
And the season of Clinton Funk ends in a heap in the pit lane. Tucker Lindgren, Ray Kingsbury battling for 5th. Half a second between them. Kevin Fanning's going to have he's going to have the worst thing happen to him, Brian. There's 30 seconds left until the checkered flag falls. He's going to cross this. He's going to get the white flag this time. So he's got to do a complete other lap. And what series was it? Was it last season? I think it was Lambert who was leading. It's all fuzzy. Somebody, they mistimed it, had to run another lap, and ran out of fuel. It was Long Beach. I just wonder if that's going to happen here.
I don't think it's going to happen. Fanning's been saving quite a bit of fuel for a while. He just picked it up this lap when Cody got about 4 tenths behind him. He decided, okay, goodbye, and pushed it back to 1.5 seconds. So I'm thinking he's got plenty in the tank.
As on monitor, we focus on Tucker Lindgren and Ray Kingsbury battling for the 5th spot between one of the fastest guys in the AM class and the soon-to-be 4-time SimCAR Grand-Am Series champion. And Ray Kingsbury looking for a way around. Kevin Fanning on the backside of the track, heading to Collier Corner. As will Kingsbury make a move on Lindgren down to the turn 7 hairpin. Lindgren puts the car middle of the road. Kingsbury on the outside. Can he over under? What has happened to Cash Woolsey? Oh no, both Funkhouse cars have crashed in the closing stages. And Cash crashed in Sunset Bend. Commentator's curse, I guess, Brian.
He was doing so well.
Immensely well. Blocking for Melanie Proyo in the 12. Huh. Not sure if we have a replay on that. Up front.
Have that.
Kevin Fanning, 3 wins on the season, soon to be 4. What could have been if the consistency was there for the 911? A couple bad races, Magny Coeur to name one earlier this season. Silverstone, the strategy there. But it's a good consolation prize off of the final corner. Kevin Fanning, win number 4 for the 911 victory in Sebring. Cody Crosgrove second. And off of the final corner, it took him 10 weeks. We thought he was going to be winless, but Raymond Rodriguez will win the race and the 2026A AM Class Championship and be on the overall podium to boot. Quint 4th, 5th Lindgren, and 6th Ray Kingsbury for his 4th SimCAR Grand-Am Series Championship. With a dominating performance from the man from Connecticut, 5 wins 8 podiums, 1 pole position for the 25. As Barney throwing the checkered flag for the final time tonight. Scott Lindgren 7th, Coletta 8th, 9th Son, 10th Aziz, 11th Sussy, 13th Prolu, Woolsey, Funk, and Mata 15th and last in the field tonight in Sebring. As we take a second look at the classification, that 0.7 of a second from Fanning to Crossgrove, no disrespect to Crossgrove, that is nowhere close to representative of how this race went. It was something else midway through this race. And Kevin Fanning, win number 4. So exciting all season long to been a part of this and watched all of it. As let's take that graphic away and see if we have any of our post-race show interviews. And Kevin Fanning is first up. You ready, Brian?
I am not, Josh. Give me just
all
one
good.
moment here.
I will continue to yap away and see if anybody else is joining the media pen, as it's been so much fun for the SimCAR Grand-Am Series. Barney's arm got tired. All the cars went away. So I hear a beep in my ear. It has transitioned to this. And now we will do this one. I can hear myself. That's terrific.
I've lost all control.
You're not ready? Oh.
No.
Okay.
My mouse has turned into an arrow.
Your mouse has turned into an arrow. Welcome to ASN. Okay. Well, we're looking at replays of something while Bryan fixes the explosion that has happened internally. Welcome to live production. We've got me.
Oh, we've got Fat Bryan. We have Big Broken it. Please hold.
Bryan, what have you done?
I don't know. We're going to figure this one out.
Did your puppy break the computer again?
No, puppy didn't break the computer. Computer decided to do computer things.
Thanks, Windows. Focus on the AI instead of an actual good product. It's really appreciated. Really appreciated.
Who are we bringing in first, Josh?
You know what? I'm gonna have you interview your boy Raymond Rodriguez. I want to do that.
I gotta do points, Josh. You're talking.
Okay, so we're gonna. Well, dang it! I want you to do one of these.
I don't do these. I got my own job. We're gonna bring Ray in, and I think we're good now.
Ray, it's Josh and Bryan. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, buddy. So, apparently we were lied to when you won. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago in France? We didn't know that Thomas Siros was an AM class car. So, just kidding. You didn't win. But let me tell you, my friend, you took that and you ran with it. It seemed like it was a brawl in the AM class. You are the champion. You are the victor tonight. I really don't have any questions other than talk me through your race, talk me through your season. What's the game plan for next season? The floor is yours.
Just to make sure, because of that race I didn't win, are you sure I'm the champion?
Yes. Yes. You finished second that night, so you definitely are the champion, my friend.
What can I say? Because this race with the safety car, and I know I had pace, but I didn't qualify good. And next thing I know, I'm saving fuel the last 10 laps, so I finished with 0.2. So I don't know how I make it. I'm surprised. So.
What's the emotion? Having like plowed through this season, having win after win slip out of your hands, especially when we interviewed you from the top step of the podium, only for it to be reshuffled, and now we're here with a win in the championship.
Consistency is a key. Even though I missed one race, but obviously it was worth it, and I still maintain that consistency to be in that podium. Didn't matter was third, second, or like today first.
Well, Bryan and I were talking mid-race, and you had your drop week in Monza, I think it was, that you didn't race. But you were on the podium every single race, so there's no concern over championships, the championship there, my friend. Who would you like to thank for a wonderfully consistent season and championship this season?
My fiance Kimberly, I love you. I appreciate all the patience that you have me every time that I join this rig and start saying stuff loud. My family and friends that always are helping me, always asking everything, and the team at Rally Cause move over at Speedy Time. Eric, Bryan, Eric supporting me, being my spotter, Bryan setting me up, letting me coaching. I cannot say this is the most happy that I've been right now.
Let the emotion run, my friend. But we'll let you run out of here. Celebrate however you like, whether it's champagne or whether it's running more laps or whatever it may be. You've earned it, my friend. Podium every single race is extremely hard to do. And we wish you best of luck next season in SimCAR.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for putting on a great broadcast and the league putting on a great season.
Of course, buddy. Take care.
Thank you.
Kevin, it's Josh and Bryan. You got us?
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Race winner, number 4 on the season. My first question is, what happened there near the end? Because you were blitzing the field, and then next thing you know, Cody's on the rear wing. Talk me through that.
I have no idea what happened with the iRacing fuel calculator. So it was shown when I looked down with 12 or 15 minutes left. It was showing me basically 2 liters short and, going to come up really short. So I just started fuel saving like crazy because I had enough time on Cody, but I didn't finish the race with very much in the tank. So I need to pay better attention to that.
I kind of noticed that going down the backstretch, you had 30 seconds left, and I had flashbacks to, I think it was Long Beach. I don't remember if it was you or I think Lambert was your teammate. One of you guys missed the calculation because there was an extra lap or something, and you ran out of fuel. I had flashbacks to that for you.
Yeah, we both
I can tell you that.
Yep, we both missed it that time, and yeah, I was concerned too.
Championship wise, my friend, P2, you've had a wonderful season, 4 wins. Only Ray obviously won more than you with 5. What describe the emotions coming P2, describe the emotions of what could have been. What's the game plan for next season?
Well, for today, I was sad that Cody had that spin. I think he and I would have been banging doors all race long. Over the season, I had a really consistent back end of the season. So happy with that. Happy with P2. Congrats to Ray. As always, he is so hard to beat season long. And, looking forward to next season. Absolutely.
All right, buddy. Last question. Who would you like to thank for the wonderful season for you?
Thank you guys in the broadcast booth. Appreciate all of the time and effort that you guys do. Thank the admins for SimCAR. It's been a great season. And thank my teammates at Silverback Racing, Marwan, Jeff, Zach. I know I'm forgetting somebody, Brandon. So,
all right, buddy. Good win. Great season, even though you came up short. And the good news is there's, what's the phrase? Nowhere to go but up. We'll see you around.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Josh, we're fixed. I had the wrong car up for a little bit. I had to restart the graphic system. For some reason, it was using 20 gigs of RAM. We're back. We're in action.
We do not have our champion right now, Bryan. Do you have points ready?
I should. So let me.
I just got moved and then moved somewhere else in Discord.
So
I'm being moved all over the place. Yeah,
that was interesting.
That's interesting.
Okay. Let me flick us over to here, and let me go get points. So we'll look at the overall. Actually, let's start with AM. We'll start with the AM points this evening. This is after drop week applied. This is unofficial, but pretty official. pending any penalties. Raymond Rodriguez, 294 points, winning the AM Class Championship. Tucker Lindgren in second with 267 points. Scott Lindgren maintains ties for P3 with Karsten Quint. I'm sure there's a count back there of 244 points apiece. Not sure who's going to actually have that one. Bryan Sohn, 197 for P5. Marwan Mafta, Clinton Funk, Dan Coletta up one position to P8. Josh Sussy down one, and Josh Stoltz in P10. Go over to the overall championship. Ray Kingsbury maintains and wins in this series. 298 points for him, 292 for Kevin Fanning. So that got pretty close. 6 points separate the two. Raymond Rodriguez, 209 puts him in P3 overall, P1 and P3 overall. Cody Crossgrove, 205. Tucker Lindgren, 187. Karsten Quint, Scott Lindgren, Dex Lindgren, Christian Youngwall, and Bryan Sohn making it into the top 10 on the final race. Do we have anybody else, Josh?
No, not for the moment. Take us through upcoming programming, and we will hope to hear from our champion, Ray Kingsbury, afterwards.
Absolutely. You might have to go yell at him. Say, hey, bud, where are you? Coming up on the ASN Network, NASA Rallycross Contenders and World Championship this Monday at 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be you and myself at Charlotte. Going to have a lot of fun there. Super fun time watching all the cars on Charlotte. One of my favorites. You can get a little crazy there. It's one of the best rallycross tracks in the service. We go to Daytona Short after that. Brands Hatch, Knock Hill, Barcelona. I don't remember where I ended the season. But
Sonoma's...
Did I end it at
Sonoma round 8. Yep.
I ended it at Sonoma. Look at me.
Really quick, before you transition to SimCAR 26B, something we don't have featured on the programming notes is something internally on the NASA side of the enterprise that we have determined. We are going to be potentially moving, or I think it's official, the Lights World Championship from Friday nights back to Sunday nights starting in April, and I think it's on ASN Plus, Brian. That's going to be me and you, and then might be, Alex Larson and Josh Darnell. We're going to be alternating teams.
I think it's going to be you and Alex Larson, and Josh Darnell and me will alternate like that.
Okay, so that gives us some time to get in the car if we want.
Yep, we don't have to race each other. We can race individually. But we're going to let this first month ride out on Fridays just so anybody competing in that one gets their fair shot at the championship, and then we'll move to Sundays for the foreseeable future, see how that goes.
Head us into the 26B SimCAR calendar, my friend.
Let me go find where it went. For some reason that button's broken, but I have to go manually find the graphic. There we go. Next season for SimCAR. Round 1 is going to be on May 7th at Spa. Nürburgring Round 2, Suzuka, Miami, Laguna Seca, Bathurst, Lime Rock Park, VIR, Barber, and finishing at the best track on the service, Interlagos.
And Ray Kingsbury will not be joining us, I don't think, for a post-race, post-champion interview. I tagged him in Discord. He says sleep is required. So unfortunately, the five-time race winner, now 4-time champion of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series, will not be joining us, and it's a bummer. I wanted to hear his thoughts on all of that, but it is hitting 11 o'clock Eastern time, and Mr. Kingsbury has to be up very early for work. As c'est la vie, being a teacher, I do suppose. So we went through all of that stuff. Let's remind ourselves of some partners for SimCAR on ASN. Then we will get some final thoughts on the race, the season, and close it out. The SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN, brought to you all season by Penguin RC Simulation. Trusted by racers for their unbeatable support, rock-solid product guarantees, and high-performance sim gear. When you want equipment you can rely on lap after lap, Penguin RC Simulation delivers every time and is proud to present the Penguin RC Simulation Drivers' Championship. By Too Fast Racing, a massive sim community built on the high-octane world of Beam NG drag racing, now taking on iRacing with over 14,000 members. From the drag strip to the curves here at SimCAR, Too Fast Racing is where speed lives. By Lambert Designs, the official graphics partner for SimCAR. From promotional materials to custom paint liveries, Lambert Designs has it all. For more information, join the SimCAR Discord and contact Brandon Lambert. Quick tangent from the ad read. I've known Brandon Lambert for, nearly 20 years now. He has always been a phenomenal painter. Check him out if you want some great designs. And also, finally, by Mr. Patches. Makers of custom patches that let you wear your racing pride. And this season, they're putting $50 on the line for each class's winning team. From the track to your jacket, Mr. Patches has you covered as the presenting sponsor for the team's championship. If you like what you saw tonight and all season, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. According to Bryan, we might even be on the dark web. You can ask him really nicely and get that .onion domain. Ring the bell, no matter the platform, to catch our live streams every week. And if you'd like to race in SimCAR, we've got a link floating around somewhere in the chat. It's an awesome community, awesome series, some fun action to be had with whether it's GT3, GT4, GTP, or the Porsche Cup that they are planning potentially on doing for 26B. The floor is yours, Mr. Sawyer. What do you got for me?
It was a great season, Josh. Every week I learn a little bit more about GT3. I've started driving it a little bit. The car's not as scary as it once was to drive. I've been practicing with Ray, so not bad. Looking forward to potentially driving next season. Throwing Alex Larson up in here and you guys screaming at me for having a sympathy corner. But super excited to see where this series goes in the future. Looking forward to great things.
I'm shocked that you don't have a panic attack because there's more than 5 corners.
I know.
The car does go very fast.
I had no problem with this track. It wasn't super fast.
I'm so proud of you. There's 17 corners, Bryan. You're okay. I'm so proud. Number. You're used to the bumpiness though of a rallycross track. So Sebring is essentially rallycross. So I guess I could understand where we're coming from that. I digress. In relation to the race tonight, the season as a whole, it was so much fun. And I brought this up last season. They brought us back into the fold, and we've really enjoyed this opportunity to cover the SimCAR Grand-Am Series. It was so much fun. They cut the GTP field and decided just to do GT3s. And I love the GTPs. I love prototype racing. But I fell in love with the GT3s this season simply because there was a brawl. It doesn't matter what track it was. It doesn't matter what position it's for. It could be for the win. It could be for last. Anywhere in between. Between classes, it could be pro versus am. We saw Ray, and I think it was one of the Lindgrens that were battling early on as well. It was just so much fun to watch all season. And like I said, so thankful to have this opportunity last season and this season and beyond into 2026B. The checkered flag falls on the season here in Sebring. On behalf of our entire production staff, my name is Josh Mertz. I want to thank you for joining us for this season's coverage of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series. Congratulations to our race winners, Kevin Fanning and Raymond Rodriguez, and also our champions, Ray Kingsbury on his 4th and Raymond Rodriguez with his 1st. Be sure to join us next Monday for NASA Rallycross from Charlotte or for the first round of 2026B SimCAR in May at Spa. Until then, so long, everyone.